She suffered great damage and is still going through that phase. It's highly likely that she is not completely aware of how much wrong is going inside there. She seems to deny facts which are obvious without lying about it. She's just not aware herself. Jungkook remembered the words of the therapist he arranged for his wife as he looked at her struggling in her sleep, facing yet another nightmare. It is going to take her time, her own will, to move over her past and your love. Going through violence since she was born has made her lose all of her will to fight back. A simple voice scares her, and she scurries back to her hole. Vian, wake up, he called her with a voice so soft that could melt Antarctica. When Jungkook talked to her or behaved around her, he made sure it was the softer version of anything she ever saw. He even instructed the maids and the guards to do the same as well. Jungkook, open your eyes, look at me. It's not real. I want you to open your eyes and look at me. He patted her cheek gently, moving her slowly near him. She seemed to be struggling, unable to open her eyes. He wanted to jolt her out of sleep, but that would be really harsh. Jungkook, it's not real. He repeated again and again, kissed her temple, and whispered yet again in her ear. His hand wrapped gentle circles on her cheek and jaw, occasional strokes in her hair, and the whispering continued. Her heavy breath slowed down. She stopped struggling, and her eyes finally fluttered open. She was awake. Jungkook, hi, he said as he kissed her hand, never moving his eyes off her. I'm proud of you. You fought well, he added. His volume was not above mere whispers, soft and deep, that provided her heart with peace. Peace, knowing her husband was there, and no soul in the entire world could lay a finger on her. Why, I woke you up. Jungkook, I'm glad it's not lonely anymore. I have a wife who wakes me up in the middle of the night, even if to throw tantrums. Keeps me busy. The way he said it so casually, making sure to make her feel that she was not a burden, made her respect him more. She turned towards him and slowly scooted near him until she could feel his warmth and his breath fanning over her face. Ryan, you won't be lonely ever again. Jungkook, keep your words. He kissed her head and moved her in his embrace. The day he preferred less loneliness and a woman to fall in love with was a day he never thought would ever be his desire. Yet, now, he had no plans of ever going back. Ryan, will it ever go away? Will I ever heal and act like a normal person? He pulled her up so she was face to face. His knuckles grazed against her cheek. Jungkook, you heard the therapist? She gave you the green signal. If you want to heal, it's on you. How about I bring you the love of this entire universe and see if you heal or not? The emotions which swirled in her eyes was the most beautiful sight Jungkook have ever had. Yet, her next move took his breath away, and he was never the same anymore. She kissed him, her eyes closed, fist clenched against his shirt, and body slowly moving even further towards him, leaving no space between them. It was their first kiss. Jungkook had wanted her to feel comfortable enough to do that, but he never thought she would make the first move. He was gentle when he returned the kiss, yet firm and passionate. Arms slid around her waist as he held her securely, and when he was assured she was fine, he deepened the kiss, rolled her on top of him, and locked his fingers in her hair. When they pulled back, he was met with the most gorgeous sight: heavy breaths, half opened eyes, and swollen lips. He loved it, and he wished to memorize it till his memory worked. Ryan, I love you, she whispered, and he pulled her in for another kiss, replying to that emotion by pouring his into the kiss. How come he found this girl? One day, working and suffering, got interested in her, and today she was the most important person of his life. He laid her back on the bed and left a feather light kiss on her head. Jungkook, I love you. Vine, Jungkook, I saw a scar on your back the other day. How did you get it? Jungkook, I've been in a lot of battleships. I got several, often. She looked at him with fear-filled eyes, and he smiled softly, his occasional strokes in her hair a great sport. Jungkook, I won't let anyone hurt me. I have a wife to return home to, after all. Wine, keep your words, Jungkook. I'll never forgive you otherwise. Jungkook, your man always keeps his words. How could he, a man filled with great lengths of violence and destruction, be the light in her darkness, an anchor in the deep, scary ocean? Jungkook, I'm never leaving you, Wine. If I have to fight the whole world, I'll but return to you in one piece and take you in my embrace. That's it. That's where you and I belong, with each other.